Now, of course, you need to be strategic, you need to think through it. That's what the rest of this is going to be about. But more is your answer. So on that note, how much more? And that leads me to the marketing rule of 7. Now, depending on your business or market or your industry, depending on if you're selling something for low dollar value or high dollar value, it's kind of universally agreed that for somebody to make a purchase decision, for someone to take action and actually buy from you, they need around 7 touch points, which means 7 engagements, 7 interactions with your brand. You can't simply put something in front of them one time, expect them to buy, and then call it a day. You're gonna have to do this multiple times. 7. Now, if it's expensive, it's gonna be 7 to 14. If it's significantly cheaper, like you're selling a pack of gum for 99 cents or something, you probably don't need 7 touch points. One should be sufficient. But that rule of 7 is important because it forces you to not give up too early. It's just like when you're looking at these statistics around sales and you realize that most conversions, most closes for sales happen after like 5 rejections or 5 follow-ups, 5 emails, 5 extra calls. It's rarely, if pretty much never, the first time. Same thing goes with marketing. Bit of a side note here, but marketing is kind of selling one-to-many. Sales one-to-one, marketing one-to-many. So we use the same concepts, the same strategies, all of that with sales. But I like to think of marketing as a little more exciting and a little more challenging even, because instead of trying to convince one person at a time and overcome their objections and their fears and their concerns, we have to do this en masse, and we have to do it without really getting much feedback from our market. So, rule of 7, that's important. Now, how do we do this? Well, we do this by showing up in front of our ideal target market where they're present and active, which means that we need to be selective about what social media platforms we're going to, about what kind of content we're creating, about where we're putting that. And we need to make sure that it's in alignment not only with you and your content style and what you like doing and hate doing, but also where your people are. In fact, that's the most important element. There's no point on being on Twitter or Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram or YouTube if your people aren't there. So you've got to find out where they're present and active online, and then you've got to make it your mission to follow up and to make sure that you're consistently showing up in front of them with value, with content, and with offers.